Luann Pygott. I'm a lead beauty guide with Lime Life by Al Cohn. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. So I got one more Halloween look for you. And I'm going to do the other one from my poll that you voted on, because I did have somebody vote on this one too. And I'm going to go ahead and do the broken porcelain doll. I did one last year. This one's a little different than the one I did last year. Let me fix this where it can be seen, because this is our last night for little Mr. Jack O'Lantern. So we're going to make sure you can see him. So I hope you have a happy Halloween. And let me do look number 2 from my voting. Came in second. 2 out of 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some primer spray. I already have my brows done, by the way. And then I'm going to use, tonight I'm actually going to use, I got to find where it is though. I'm going to use ivory, I think, rather than porcelain, because I don't want to be quite that white. And I don't know where it is though. It's over here. Is that it? Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use ivory foundation, which is, like I said, it's not quite as light as porcelain. Let's use this brush, number 5, because I'm going to be able to get that out of there easier. Oops. Picking up too much, chunking it. Okay, here we go. But it's still going to be pretty white. Pretty white. Whiter than me. Let's put this on. All I have on right now, I have a very light concealer on from earlier today. And my brows done, just so we'll kind of be done with the brows. It'll speed this up a little bit. I'm just going to swirl this on. So are any of you doing anything for Halloween? I'm not doing anything. I went and had dinner with my mother, but I don't usually get trick-or-treaters here in my apartment. Where I used to live before, I used to live in Lehigh Acres in a house, and there we would get over 100 trick-or-treaters every year. 100. I think, because I used to count them. I think the highest it went was something like 130. Something like that. It was like, oh my word, I can't believe how many trick-or-treaters. I would just stand at the door sometimes with the door open, and they would just come in a line. But it was so fun. And then when I had to move and moved into this apartment, there's nobody that comes here. That's okay. I used to get my niece and nephews when they were young, but they're a little too old to trick-or-treat now, I think, so. Unless they would come by to say hi, but I doubt they're really doing anything, so. We will just put on our ivory foundation and make ourselves pretty white here. Doesn't show as well as the porcelain. This is going to make me look kind of pale. But the porcelain looks white. But that's really kind of what I want, is just to look really pale and not look white like that porcelain does. Somehow I got a loose chunk of this one. There we go. There we go. It is looking a little white. And I'm going to go later tonight. I'm going to make some chicken and dumplings. I've already got my chicken cooked. I haven't made chicken and dumplings in quite a while, so I thought I would do that. I have a different recipe I want to try, though. That's going to be scary. Try a new recipe. It's kind of new. It's a little similar, but from a different method. I thought, you know what? I want to try that. I want to try that way this time. Okay. I think I need to get some more of that ivory. I'm using that up. Oops. I accidentally stuck it in the brown. I don't want that. We'll kind of undo the look here. We're almost there. I should have used the bigger brush, but I did not. Too late now. The nice thing about this is I don't have to do any contour. I'm just going to look like a porcelain doll. I'm going to do concealer. Concealer 0, which is the lightest concealer. On my eyes. I have some on there, but it's real light. I'm going to put a lot more. Make sure it's showing up pretty well here. I also have eyeliner, that neutral eyeliner. That's why it looks kind of funny there. I went ahead and put that on. But that'll look better in a minute. Okay, so let's get brush number 4. That was brush number 5. This is brush number 4. And we're going to go with concealer 0. I finally had to get a new one in there. Finally used up the other one that lasts so long. These products last so long. I had someone the other day who bought, I'm doing a Halloween look. I'm being a broken porcelain doll with my Lime Life makeup. Hope you're having a happy Halloween. I'm just here alone, so, you know, I have nothing to do. So I come and do this. Gives me people to talk to. So for Halloween, we had dress up at work. And we dressed up on Wednesday because we don't work on Saturdays. Well, some people do, but I don't work on Saturdays. Only a very few people do. So we dressed up as Halloween on Wednesday, and I was a mermaid. So that's my official Halloween costume, was the mermaid. But since it's still Halloween here, and I have nothing to do and nowhere to go, I'm doing another one. We can't let the actual Halloween day go past without doing something for Halloween. So this is concealer 0. This has 62% pigment, meaning it doesn't have a bunch of liquids and fillers. And this makeup is used in Hollywood and Broadway and has been since the 1950s and 60s. So this is like theatrical makeup, but it looks and feels like natural skin. And it is now, as of about 5.5 years ago, it's been made available to the public. Before, the public could not buy this. It was only sold to professional makeup artists who put it on the stars in Hollywood, like when they're on set. And regular people couldn't buy it. So 5.5 years ago, the original owner of Alcone, which is the name of the company, he retired, and his daughter and her niece took over as co-CEOs, and they said, why don't we sell this to the general public? Why don't we? So now they do. And they decided, instead of opening stores or something, they have one store in New York City called Alcone. And instead of opening up a whole bunch of stores or something, they said, why don't we enrich the lives of women, enable them to have their own business, build an income level for themselves, whatever they want to work up to, enrich the lives of women, and do it through direct sales instead of any other way. So here we are, 5.5 years later. Now, I haven't been doing it that long. I've only been doing it 2.5. But when they started, they called it Lime Life by Alcone, and it has been going for 5.5 years. But the makeup, they've been selling to professional makeup artists since the 50s and 60s. So this is a long-term company. It's just most people won't have heard of it unless you're a makeup artist. And probably unless you're a Hollywood or Broadway makeup artist. But I had someone who bought refills on the foundation earlier this week. This is what the foundation looks like. It's a plant-based wax. She said, oh my word, 1 pan of that. She said it lasted a year. I'm like, I know. Tell me another foundation you've ever used. If you use it every day, that it'll last you a year. I'm not sure she uses it every day, but if you use it every day, you'll get 5 to 8 months out of 1 pan of foundation. This makes this some of the most economical makeup you could buy. You wouldn't think so. It being something that's professional level, you would think it'd be more expensive because it has so much pigment. That has 50% pigment. You don't hardly use any of it. And because you don't hardly use any of it, it lasts and lasts and lasts and lasts. Now, this is too light for me. It's ivory, but I'm trying to be a porcelain doll. Now, I have one that's even lighter than this, but I didn't want to be the white looking one. I just want to look real pale like the porcelain doll. So then I'm going to put on a little tiny bit of blush. She barely has on some blush. So I think I'm going to use number 3 Possible. That's kind of a light, slightly shimmery pink. You know, porcelain doll doesn't have on much blush. And I'm real pale, so I don't need much of this on. But I don't have to pick much up. A blush like this, you buy one of these, because it's so highly pigmented, it'll last you probably 3 years. The one I use the most, I use this one like 90% of the time. I've had that 2.5 years. I use it 3 or 4 times a week at least, because it's my favorite. It's called Number 1 Alive. It's kind of a mauve color. And look at that. Oh my word. It's like maybe 2/3 and it's gone. It will last and last and last. You won't run out of this makeup. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try it. Send it back if you don't like it. So, but today we're doing Halloween. And so I'm going to do her eyes. She barely has any eyeshadow on. She has just a slight little shadow. So I'm going to use a smaller brush, because she doesn't have a big amount on. So I'm going to use this small little pointed brush, and I'm going to use this color right here. Number 40 is called Taupe for the Best. And I'm going to now she has it in her crease, but my crease is way up into there. You will never see my crease. So I'm going to go a little higher and make like a pretend crease, just so you can see that there. This is actually a professional makeup artist trick that I learned. This is one of the great things about being a beauty guide with Lime Life, is that we get free training by professional makeup artists online. Don't even have to go anywhere. We've recently been being trained, and it's actually even optional too. You don't have to do the training, but man, we get free training by professionals. So the person they've recently collaborated with, his name is James Vincent. He has been a makeup artist, like a Hollywood makeup artist, for 25 years or something, I think. Now, I have never heard of him. I don't know makeup artists. Most regular people don't. But that's who he is. He's actually been Lady Gaga's makeup artist for her videos. He does a lot of J-Lo's makeup artist. He does a lot of like people who are singers that do music videos. He does a lot of their makeup. And I mean, goodness, who gets training by that for free? Not many people. I do. You say, how is it that you've gotten where you can do your makeup like this? Training. Practice and training. And the best part about it is anybody can do this. This is not as hard as you think. It's all practice. Because really, seriously, all I'm doing is taking a brush and go like that. I mean, it's like coloring. It's just knowing where to put it, how much to put, and blending. That's the trick. Like learning to ride a bike. You just practice it enough, fall off a few times. Eventually, suddenly one day, wow, you can do it. Kind of what this is like. So don't think you have to have, if you thought, oh, I'd love to do that. Wish I could do that. You don't have to have any experience. You know, I didn't have any experience before I did this. 90% of the beauty guides in Lime Life are just a regular person like you. They don't have makeup experience. They've all learned. Learn and you practice. Even if you think you wouldn't be any good at it, yeah, I bet you could be if you practiced. Just like anything else. You practice it, you'll get good at it. I mean, it's how you learn to cook. It's how you learn to sew. How you learn to drive a car. You weren't born knowing how to do that. But you can learn if you have the desire. So maybe you would like a little extra income in your life, or maybe you'd like a lot of extra income in your life. This can really do that for you. Whether you would want this to be like a little hobby on the side, you just earn $200 or $300 a month, pay a car payment, buy your groceries, or maybe you want a full-time income. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It does take work, and it takes time. But it's a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. And then you get to help women feel more beautiful. And as well as the makeup, we have what I truly believe is the best skincare I've ever used in my life. It's all natural ingredients. It is vegan. It's Leaping Bunny certified, meaning there's no cruelty to animals. It's harsh chemical free, paraben free, gluten free. It is organic, and it's all plant-based materials and essential oils. And I have had acne for like 40 years. Seriously, 40 years since I was like in middle school. And I seriously thought I was going to die of old age with acne. I thought it's just, it's supposed to be something for puberty. I thought. No, apparently it can stay with you your whole life. And yeah, it was for me. I was in my mid-50s. I still had acne. I'm like, come on. Is it ever going to stop? I had been to the dermatologist. I've used prescription medicine. I've used over-the-counter medicine. I've tried everything. And at least everything that I, in that era. Eventually I gave up. I went, not trying no more. It's not working. And when I got Lyme Life, they were like, this can clear up acne. And I thought, yeah. Sure. Maybe for some people. In about 2 months, my acne is gone. Gone. Takes a while. It can take a while for your skin to purify and get all that stuff out. I haven't had acne for 2.5 years. Look at, gone. And my skin was oily skin. Not anymore. It's not dry. It takes your skin, if you're really oily, you're really dry, it brings you to pH balance. Brings you to the center or really closer to the center. That's what it did. Okay, so that little bit is just about all she has. So then I'm going to do, and that's totally the wrong color. That's brown, I want black. I'm going to do eyeliner. And it doesn't look like she has much of a wing. She does have it. It's interesting. She has it past her eye on the inside, though. That's weird. Well, let's go across our eye here. So this is an eyeliner pen. And it's like a micro brush. And it's just like just drawing across your eye right above your lash line. Now this is smudge proof. Once it dries, because this is a liquid. It's like a liquid micro brush. Once it dries, it's completely smudge proof. So there we go. She probably has liner under her eye too. Let's put liner. She's got her eyes closed, so I can't tell. But let's go ahead and put liner under our eyes. I usually don't go all the way across because that closes my eyes up. And since I have real hooded eyes, meaning my eyes kind of sag right here, I don't want to weight them back down. I'm trying to give you the illusion that they're lifted. That's why I go up here on the hood. And see like this over here, see how that angles up a little? That makes my eye the look go up rather than turn down. All stuff I've learned. All these little tricks I've learned. Now it is better not to pull your eye like this if you can help it. But my eye skin is too loose, too bad, it's too late. It's too far gone. So I have to, or this skips. But I try not to overdo it. Okay, we're going to do a little under here. I usually do the pencil under here. I like the pencil because the pencil is not only smudge proof, it's also waterproof. But I'm not going to be wearing this like all day. So it doesn't matter for this short time. But this has been sharpened. It's longer than this. Where is my regular one? But the regular pencil, I've sharpened it a few times so it's short. But we have both a pencil that's waterproof and smudge proof and the pen that's smudge proof. This one is not waterproof. So if you get it wet, this one will run. But not the pencil. Okay, so now let's try to do this little she's broken little doll. So let's try this little shape here. Luckily, I don't have to be this exact. Because it's just supposed to be a broken spot. So it kind of doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to sort of go like it looks. Just so it sort of looks like this. Kind of looks like a dog. Kind of does. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so then we have all kind of little broken pieces here. Okay, so we're going to go from here. Actually, it goes out to a point a little bit more there, so let's do that. Doesn't look like much yet. Once I fill in that one, it will look better. I'm not doing that very well right there. Let's take our concealer and fix that bag. Actually, I need the light concealer because I have on this light makeup. I think I need a new liner. I think this one's getting old. Let's just use that as this line. Okay, so we're gonna go out and back. Okay, then I go across and up, over, down. This is not really as hard as you would think because it's just a bunch of lines. And there's like no wrong way to make a broken doll. Just do whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to go from here. Okay. Hi, how are you doing? Happy Halloween. Do you all get trick-or-treaters where you're at? I don't get any here anymore. When I lived in Lehigh, I get 100. Over 100. Here, zippo. So I'm really bored. So we're having fun. Let me take this here again. Just cleaning that up a little bit. It's kind of messy. That's messy hair too. Let me get my napkin. Here we go. Clean the black off my brush. So if this is something you think you'd like to do, I don't mean the Halloween makeup. I mean, if you think you would like to be a beauty guide, first of all, you don't ever have to even go live. But if you think you would like to be a beauty guide, let me know and I'd be happy to send you that information. There's no pressure to join, but this is a fun job. And if you're like me, you need a little extra money or a lot of extra money, or you just need a hobby. Maybe you just need something for you. Maybe it's not about the money. Maybe it's about something that you enjoy. And you know, this is relaxing. You know they have those adult coloring books now? That's about relaxing. Doing something that is like a little bit of a hobby that helps you have, like, you know, some decompression time. That's kind of what this does. It's relaxing. It's like coloring. And if you absolutely are not interested in makeup, we have the best skincare there is. Can always talk about the skincare. All right, now that looks like a hole. Cool. So cool. All right, so then this is a real easy look, a real simple. I think what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to take some eyeshadow and I'm going to use my little brush. I'm going to color it in a little bit with the black eyeshadow. That's called Dial-It Black number 9. Because it's black. It's really black. And I'm going to like intensify this some. Since it's a big space, it's hard to color in that space with that little teeny weeny brush. That'll do it. Our products have so much pigment in them. If you try this with another brand and it doesn't work, now there are some other brands that have pigment too, but I don't know what they are. They might have pigment, it might not. But if it doesn't work and you're trying it and you're like, oh, I'm just terrible at this, I'm no good at this, it might be your products. Try another one. But I know Lime Life has good pigment because I use it. And they couldn't use this on the stars who are, you know, shooting movies and television and Broadway. They couldn't use this on them if it wasn't any good. Because they have high definition cameras now. If you go to the movies, well, they're close up. Those movies, they're close. They have pictures you could see the pores on their nose. They're so close now. Those big screens, those people are all wearing makeup. And you don't look at that and go, oh man, look at their makeup. You don't. You look at them and you say, wow, they have the most amazing skin. Their skin is perfect. They just look like they have flawless skin. Their skin is amazing. Their skin, a lot of times, is not amazing. Their skin has flaws. They're human like everybody else. What they have is not amazing skin. It's amazing makeup. They have this makeup on. Because this is the makeup of choice of Hollywood makeup artists. I am putting on a little bit more of the foundation here to cover that spot where I got too much black. This concealer, by the way, will cover tattoos. That's what they use it for a lot in Hollywood. If they have an actress that has a tattoo, but the character doesn't need a tattoo, they cover it with this. It's waterproof. The concealer is. And it will cover everything. And the best part is it will cover it with the microscopic layer. So you don't have to like plaster it on where you have layers. If you get layers and layers of makeup, that doesn't work very well. Because I've tried that with concealer, like real thick, goopy looking stuff. And you think, oh, well, that'll cover. Yeah, it will, but it crinkles and cracks and I don't look good. It doesn't look like skin. It looks like, ooh. What? You got spackling on your face. That's what it looks like. I'm just setting that with powder. Okay. So now, all we have left are some eyelashes and some black she got black lips. Now, Lime Life does not have black lipstick. So I will use, now this is what I actually got last year for Halloween. This is something I got from Ulta. Who makes this? Wet n Wild. You'll probably get it at Walmart then. Wet n Wild black liquid lipstick. Smells like poison. Oh, it smells so bad. Lime Life lipstick smells like dessert. It does. It smells good. Because we don't have harsh chemicals in it. But we don't have black. So I'm going to use that. All right, so first let's put on our eyelashes. We don't sell eyelashes either. Lime Life does not have eyelashes, but I have some eyelashes here. And I'm going to get the glue, and we're going to put on these eyelashes. I had to start putting on eyelashes because I joined a singing group. Now, I don't belong to it anymore. That kind of is not doing anything right now with COVID because they can't get together and practice. But I belong to the singing group called Sweet Adelines. And they are a group of about, in our local chapters, about 120 women. They're an a cappella barbershop quartet style group of women. And we sing every year, although probably not this year. Generally, they sing every year at Barbara B. Mann here in town, which is a theater. It's our biggest theater in town. And we sing a Christmas program every year. And we also sing, we have a spring show, we do other shows, and we have different stages and different places we perform. And they require, first of all, we have costumes, it's a lot of fun. They require you, though, to wear stage makeup. They require you to wear it, because, you know, they do contests, they do all kind of competitions. And some of the rules of the competitions are you have to have a uniform look and everything. So they have these rules for your makeup so everybody looks the same so they can win these contests, you know. I don't really care anything about the contest, but I like to sing. But they still, to go on stage, they give you these guidelines for your makeup. And it's like, when I first started, I'm like, I don't know how to do makeup like that. I'm like, I don't. And one of the requirements is you have to wear false eyelashes on stage because of the lights, the professional lights. If you don't wear incredibly dark makeup and eyelashes, it washes you out and you look white. So I started my pursuit of figuring out, how do I do this? Because I don't want to look horrible if I have to wear that dark of makeup. So I started watching makeup artists online. Then I found Lime Life. That's how I stumbled across Lime Life, because there was they weren't, now we're not makeup artists, not professional makeup artists, although a few of us are. But mostly the women selling Lime Life are not professional makeup artists, but we've learned from professional makeup artists. But that is how I found this. And I also had to learn how to put on eyelashes for that. So I don't normally wear these out, but it's fun to do on Makeup Lives. So the key to it is you got to let your glue dry for a minute. If you don't let your glue dry for a minute, it's slick and slips and slides. But if you let it dry for a minute, it gets kind of tacky. And then it'll just, you put it on and it sticks. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay the eyelash on top of your eyelid, not your lashes. You don't glue it to your hair. You glue it to your skin. And it's a stretchy, elasticy glue. So it's real easy to pull off. It's like pulling a Post-it note off of paper. When you want to take them off, you just peel them right off. Really easy to take them off. And you just lay it right on the line where you put your eyeliner and poof, lashes. Look at the difference that makes. If you do get some false lashes, the first thing you want to do, I've worn this pair a few times, is put them on your eye. Just lay it on your eye without glue. And see if they're too long. Because a lot of times lashes are too long for people if you have smaller eyes. And you have to just cut the end off so it fits. And then once you get it where it fits, you just take your glue on this little brush and you just brush the band. See how I'm putting that on the end? You brush it onto the band. They do have glue in a tube, like a squeeze tube. Yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen. I don't recommend that glue. Don't get the squeeze tube. Squeeze it too hard, you have enough glue for 12 pair of lashes. So the one with the brush, get the one with the brush. And then dry it. And this is a lash tool. A lash applicator. You could just use a regular tweezers, but I like this because it gets out of your way where you can still see. And you can get these at Ulta. I think you can get some probably at Sally Beauty Supply too. Or probably on Amazon too. And they have different styles. I like this one because it's offset and that doesn't block your vision. so you can kind of see what you're doing. Uh-oh. Eyelash glue loves to stick to your fingers, to the tool, to everything but your lid. I think it's because there's powder on my lid. It prefers to stick to everything else, but once you can get it stuck to your lid, it'll stay. And then when you're ready to take them off, you just grab the outside and peel. It comes right off. Very easy peasy. So there. Look like kitty cat lashes now. And finally, we shall do the nasty black lipstick. It smells so bad. You know what else I want to do though? I want to put on a liner. Okay, so I don't have any black lip liner. You don't have to do liner, but it's easier to fill in. So I'm actually going to use my black eyeliner. And I'm going to use the pencil. This is smudge proof and waterproof, so it works on your lips too. You actually could take this and just color it in instead of this nasty lipstick. Maybe I should do that. And this lipstick, it's a lot drier than the Lime Life ones. But like I said, I'm not going to wear this all day. Just to do this. Now you could do, if you wanted to do this look, you could do red or pink lips instead. But I'm copying my little pattern. And so you can take this like this was meant for your eyes, can still work for your lips. I'm going to go a little higher. Up here. Make my lips a little fuller. Her lips are a lot fuller. All you do is draw just up a little higher, only on your cupid's bow. You don't do it higher all the way across. You go back to your natural lip line about halfway down. So if you need to even out your lips or full up your lip a little bit, you just raise it at your cupid's bow. If you go all the way across, it looks real fakey. Clownish. So see, you get out here and go back to your natural lip line. You can do this with a regular lipstick too. See, now my top lip looks as full as my bottom. Can also make your bottom lip look fuller, doing the same thing from about here to here. Go a little lower than your lip line. Just under it. Then, well, that's glue. Let's not put that on our lips. Then we'll take the nasty black lipstick. It just smells terrible. Don't lick your lips if you use it. It's black though. So even though Lime Life is makeup that is kind of theatrical makeup, we don't really have crazy colors. Like, we don't have black lipstick. We have regular colors. Because, you know, except for Halloween, people are not going to wear black lips. Or unless you're goth, then you might. But see, we have colors like this. This is our top selling lip color in this type of lipstick that's a liquid lipstick that dries to a matte. It's called Ruby Chocolate. It matches all skin tones. It's our top selling color. My favorite is called S'mores. It's kind of a neutral. It's like a medium tone. Oh, it's so pretty. If you want a red, we have the prettiest red lipstick I've ever seen. It's called Cherry Pie. They're named after desserts. All right, let's do the bottom. My cat is sitting over there on the chair just licking her paw. Slurping. Nice slurping noises. She doesn't usually make that noise. Crazy thing. I have a jet black cat, so this is her night. She's perfect for Halloween. I'm trying not to turn my teeth black with this. Trying to get it all the way in. Otherwise you see the pink. I'm trying not to see the pink. There we go. Something this dark and the pink really stands out. All right. Go there. Let's see how full my lips look. Just a little bit of overline. Still not as full as hers. Hers are real shiny. You could put gloss on top of this. But I'm telling you, I don't want this black stuff slipping and sliding everywhere. So we're going to be done. This is a matte. And we're going to stick with the matte. That eyelash is not in the right place. There we go. So what do you think? Happy Halloween. So if you would like to be color matched for this foundation, now this one is too light for me. I will not match you with the too light one. This is my color. And so if you would like to be color matched for this foundation, it's a free service. Send me a message and say match, or you can put it in the comments, and I'll match you, tell you what color you are. If you would like to be matched with a skincare regimen, put skincare in the comments or a message, and I would let you know what, just tell me like what about your skin would you like to change. Put, it's too oily, it's too dry, it has sun damage, it is wrinkly, it is... it has eczema, psoriasis. I have stuff for that, by the way. Rosacea. It's has acne. It has whatever. I have some all-natural, plant-based ingredients with essential oils that, and I have free samples, by the way, too. Free samples of skincare. So if you'd like me to mail you some free samples, I'd be happy to let you do that. Now, if you are local and you want to come by and try, because I have samples of the skincare, but I don't have samples of makeup. But if you want to come by and try, I have all the makeup. And I'd be happy to let you try it, see what works for you, see what you like. There's no obligation to buy anything, but it's a lot of fun to play with it. So if you want to come by and see, or I can, meet you somewhere and let you try it if you're local. And no matter where you are, I can mail you some skincare samples to try. But if you want to say, I don't even want to mess with that, I can order it. We'll order it, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. You have 30 days, and it's a money-back guarantee. You can either get your money back or exchange it for something else, whatever you want to do. And I would be happy to help you with that. Now, I can either send you my website, and you can shop for yourself, or I can be your personal shopper, no extra charge. I'd be happy to do that for you. I know where all the products are on the website. We have tons of collections, which are discount collections, and I know what they all are. So if, for example, if you wanted to buy a cleanser and a moisturizer, if you buy them separate, you would pay more for them than if you bought them in the collection, and they're the same size. So you wouldn't know that if you're brand new. So if you say, I want a skin, a cleanser and a moisturizer, I would say, you need the, I think it's called the Fresh Start collection. You need the Fresh Start collection. If you want a cleanser and a moisturizer and a mask, that's the Fresh Start collection, or the Skin Confidence. That's the Skin Confidence collection. So rather than buy a bunch of stuff separately, sometimes what you want will be a collection. And if it's not a collection, then you can go ahead and get it separately. But I would be happy to help you in any way. So you can either, like I said, shop for yourself, or I can give you, and give you my website, or you can tell me what you want, give me your information. I will purchase it for you and have it shipped right to your house. So let me know how I can help you. And if you think you want to become a beauty guide, also let me know and I'll send you that information. And until a little while later, I'm going to go make some chicken and dumplings. I'm going to do a separate live on that. If you've never made chicken and dumplings, they are good. They are good. So I'm going to go make that. And then tomorrow I will come and I won't be Halloween anymore. No. That's so sad. That's why I'm a broken doll. No Halloween. I love Halloween because I like doing theatrical makeup. But I will come do my makeup tomorrow. And until the next time, may you have a good night. Go be amazing and happy Halloween. Good night.